Welcome students. Today we are going to start a new chapter in commerce, that is Introduction to Business Organization. Okay, Introduction to Business Organization. In this video we will talk about meaning and characteristics of business organizations. Okay, let's start with the meaning of business organization. A business organization is an organization which is engaged in some industrial or commercial activity. Industrial activity and commercial activity. Industrial activity means manufacturing, production, assembling, repairing, finishing, cleaning, recycling, any and many others. And commercial activity means uh, it is an activity intended for exchange in the market to earn profit. For example, insurance services, transportation, warehousing, banking, finance, advertising and publicity. Okay, so it represent an institutional arrangement for carrying on any kind of business activity. It may be owned and controlled by a single individual or a group in individual who have entered into formal or informal agreement jointly conduct the business. So if we say in simple words, all these small shops you see, malls or big shops, or you see banking services, you see insurance, whatever it is business organization. Okay, every business undertaking is a separate and distinct business unit. It has its own identity and separate ownership. It can be distinguished from the other undertakings from the basis of its ownership, management, and control. So, yes, each and every business has a different names and different identity, and every business has separate management and control. So, in other words, we can say business organization refers to the act of bringing resources and utilize them in the best possible manner for the production and distribution of goods and services in order to earn profit through the services and satisfaction of the customer. Okay, in other words, we can say business organization refers to the act of bringing resources and utilizing them in the best possible manner for the production and distribution of goods and services in order to earn profit. In order to earn profit through these services and satisfaction of the customer, and the resources can be managed either by individual groups or by government. Okay, now let's move on the characteristics of business organizations or features of business organizations. Okay, features of business organizations. The basic feature of a business undertakings are as follows. First one is, that is separate identity. First one is, that is separate identity. Every business undertakings has separate identity. It has a distinct name and separate existence. Its asset and liability are independent of the others undertaking. Its accounts are separate from those person who owned it. So yes, every business has a separate existence. This is true as well as the management of each business is and separate management and name of each business is separate. Books of account are prepared, each business separate. It can also be said that the identity of business is the different from the owner of the business. The business and the owner of the business are created separately. Okay. Now, second feature is independent ownership. So yes, a business undertaking is owned by the person and contribute its capital. Person or group contribute its capital. The owner may private individuals or government. Every business undertaking thus has independent unit of ownership. So the ownership of the business remains independent. That business will belong to the person who has invested the capital in that business. That capital can be invested by an individual, can be invested by group or by government. If an individual has contributed capital in the business, then the business of that individual will be. If the capital contributed by the government, then that business will be of the government. Okay. Next is independent management. The form of management of an undertaking on its nature and size and legal requirements. But every business undertaking has its own independent management. The management of one undertaking does not interference in the working of the other undertakings. The management of each undertaking takes independent decision concerning different aspects of business. So yes, it is also that the business of each management of each business is independent. The management of one business, the management of one business does not interfere with the other management of another business in different aspects and different work. Okay. The management of each business is independent. Okay. The management of one business does not interfere with the management of another business. Okay. And next one is element of risk. Element of risk. Every business undertakings involves risk. Profit is the reward for bearing risk. The risk of an undertaking is borne by its owner through some of the risk may be covered through insurance. So there is a risk in every type of business. There is no business has there is no business have risk, but some type of business have less risk and some type of business have more risk. If the businessman can take more risk, then the businessman can earn more profit. Okay. So each and every business having risk. Okay. Some type of business more risk, some type of business less risk. And one more thing, risk may be covered through insurance. Different type of insurance uh, are taking for different type of business. So risks are covered through insurance. Okay.